Dr. Heavenly recently went live to share her thoughts on the Married to Medicine reunion trailer, and she had a lot to say. She made it clear that she was receiving a flood of messages and DMs about the drama, so she decided to address everything head on. But what stood out the most was her statement about wanting to make things right with the show. Now, that's interesting because many believe she played a major role in how the show reached this point. For years, Dr. Heavenly has been a central figure in the show's messy moments, so hearing her say that she wants to fix things is raising some eyebrows. She acknowledged that Quad is really hurting, but some viewers feel that Dr. Heavenly played a role in that hurt. Over the years, she has had her share of run-ins with Quad, sometimes making comments that hit below the belt. However, now she seems to be switching gears and showing sympathy toward Quad's situation. But is this genuine, or is it just another strategy? It's hard to say, but what's clear is that Quad has been through a lot, and it seems like she's still dealing with the aftermath of everything that has happened on the show. Another major talking point from the reunion trailer is Simone's behavior. According to Dr. Heavenly, Simone is looking for a moment, and that's something that Portia Williams also pointed out. Simone has always been vocal, and she isn't afraid to say what's on her mind, but this time, people are questioning if she's doing too much just to stay relevant. During the trailer, tensions were running high, and things escalated quickly. But was Simone just trying to stir the pot for entertainment purposes, or was there some real emotion behind her actions? One of the details that stood out in the trailer was the amount of alcohol in the green room. Dr. Heavenly pointed out that there were shots of Hennessy all over the place, and people were definitely drinking. Now, this raises questions about how much the alcohol contributed to the explosive moments in the trailer. Were the cast members already on edge, or did the drinks just add fuel to the fire? Either way, it seems like things got out of hand, and the green room was the starting point for a lot of the chaos. Dr. Heavenly also addressed the ongoing tension between Simone and Quad. She claimed that Simone has never really liked Quad, and that's something longtime viewers have suspected for years. Even back when Mariah was on the show, Simone wasn't the biggest fan of Quad, but she played along because taking down Mariah was the main focus. Now that Mariah is gone, it's clear that Simone still has the same issues with Quad, and it doesn't seem like anything will change that. Another interesting moment was when Dr. Heavenly reacted to the idea of bringing Mariah back. She didn't seem to be on board with it. Even though many fans believe Mariah's return would boost the ratings, Dr. Heavenly acknowledged that people are always talking about bringing back certain reality stars for ratings, mentioning names, like Nene Leakes and Kenya Moore. But when it comes to Mariah, she doesn't think it would be good for her personally, even if it helps the show. That statement alone suggests that there are still unresolved issues between her and Mariah. There was also talk about Sweet Tea's role in all of this. Some people now believe that Sweet Tea was just a pawn in a bigger scheme. And Dr. Heavenly seemed to co-sign that idea. But if Sweet Tea was really used as a pawn, then who was behind the setup? Dr. Heavenly, Simone, and the other cast members all had a hand in bringing her onto the show. So if things didn't go as planned, they all have to take some responsibility. It's clear that Sweet Tea's presence shook things up, but now that the plan has backfired, everyone is scrambling to shift the blame. One of the most shocking revelations was that Simone allegedly called Sweet Tea before the reunion, hinting that she was going to go after Quad. If that's true, then this whole situation was pre-planned. Dr. Heavenly called it a scheme set up by Simone, and that's exactly what it sounds like. Reality TV always has its fair share of behind-the-scenes plotting, but this just confirms that a lot of what we see on screen is all of this is that Married to Medicine needs a major shakeup. The alliances need to be broken, new faces need to be given a real chance, and the constant recycling of old drama needs to stop. The fans want something fresh, and if the show keeps relying on the same tired storylines, people are going to lose interest. Dr. Heavenly says she wants to fix things, but only time will tell if she actually follows through this time. If the cast doesn't change their approach, the next season will be more of the same, and viewers are already getting tired of it. It's time for the show to evolve, but will the cast members actually make the necessary changes? That's the real question. Let's see what happens next. Dr. Heavenly recently went live to share her thoughts on the reunion trailer, and as expected, she had a lot to say. She claimed she was getting flooded with messages and DMs from people asking for her reaction, so she decided to address it. One of the biggest takeaways from her live session was that she acknowledged Quad is hurting. She emphasized that Quad has been through a lot, and that the situation has taken a toll on her. However, some people feel that Dr. Heavenly's words might be too little, too late, considering the role she played in stirring up drama on the show. Dr. Heavenly also spoke about Simone and the way she reacted in the reunion trailer. According to her, Simone was looking for a moment, trying to create drama to stand out. She even agreed with Portia when she commented on Simone's behavior, saying that it was clear Simone wanted to grab attention. But what really caught people's attention was the energy in the green room. There were shots of Hennessy in the background, and it was obvious that the cast was having a few drinks before stepping onto the stage. This likely played a role in the intensity of the interactions that followed. One of the most talked about moments in Dr. Heavenly's live was her mentioning that there was a part of the reunion that wasn't shown in the trailer. She claimed that Simone told Quad something along the lines of, "Karma is coming for you." And that's what set everything off in the green room. That statement led to a heated confrontation that quickly escalated. It's no secret that Simone and Quad have never really gotten along, but this latest exchange proves that their issues run deep. Even though they temporarily came together to take down Mariah in the past, it's clear that Simone has never truly liked Quad. Dr. Heavenly also responded to calls for Mariah to return to the show. She sarcastically suggested that if fans want ratings, they should bring back big personalities like Nene Leakes, Kenya Moore, or Mariah. However, she admitted that it wouldn't be good for her personally, even though it might boost the show's viewership. Her reluctance to welcome Mariah back into the fold suggests that there is still lingering tension and unresolved issues between them. Another hot topic in Dr. Heavenly's discussion was Sweet Tea. She addressed claims that Sweet Tea was just a pawn in the grand scheme of things and hinted that certain cast members manipulated her. Interestingly, someone in the comments mentioned that Sweet Tea allegedly revealed on her podcast that Simone called her before the reunion, seemingly to plan out how things would go down. This led people to believe that there was a coordinated effort to go after Quad, using Sweet Tea as part of the setup. If true, it wouldn't be the first time a reality TV cast has strategically plotted against one of its members. Dr. Heavenly also spoke about her past comments regarding Quad, admitting that she might have gone too far with some of her remarks. However, she tried to brush it off as just jokes. One of the most controversial statements she made in the past was about Quad allegedly being involved with wealthy African men. She now claims it was all in fun, but many people feel that it was a deliberate attempt to damage Quad's reputation. Given the long-standing rumors about black female reality stars in Atlanta, it's not surprising that Quad took offense to those comments. Despite everything, Dr. Heavenly now wants to make things right with Quad. She insists that she is going to do what she can to mend their relationship, but some people are skeptical. Many believe that the only reason she is trying to repair things is because her previous plan to turn the audience against Quad backfired. Instead of Quad losing support, fans rallied behind her, forcing Dr. Heavenly and others to shift their strategy. The ongoing feud between Quad and Simone has also become exhausting for viewers. Every season, there is a new twist in their conflict. But the core issue remains the same. Simone does not like Quad. Fans have questioned why there is such a push for them to reconcile when it's clear that their issues will never be resolved. Even if they temporarily make peace, the tension will always resurface. It's a cycle that has been repeated too many times, and viewers are growing tired of it. Another interesting revelation from Dr. Heavenly's live was her comments about Phaedra Parks. She made a comparison between Phaedra's 5-year absence from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Mariah's situation, hinting that Mariah might also have a chance to return. However, Dr. Heavenly made it clear that she still doesn't want Mariah back on the show. This only reinforced the idea that there are deeper personal issues at play, beyond just what's best for ratings. The drama surrounding Sweet Tea also took another turn. Dr. Heavenly mentioned that the cast initially wanted Sweet Tea on the show, but now they are backtracking. She pointed out that they set her up for failure, painting her as a violent and aggressive person, and now they are trying to dismiss her as just a pawn. This sudden shift has raised questions about the authenticity of their intentions from the beginning. If they truly believed she was problematic, why bring her onto the show in the first place? Dr. Heavenly also addressed the backlash that the cast has been facing. She acknowledged that there is criticism about how they treat newcomers and how the show has become too negative. However, she tried to shift the blame by saying that they will work to fix things moving forward. But fans aren't convinced. This same promise has been made in previous seasons, yet the drama always escalates again. If the cast truly wants to change, they need to break up the alliances that have been controlling the show for too long. One of the biggest issues with the current cast dynamics is that there is a tight-knit alliance that refuses to budge. Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, and Simone have been running the show, and they make it difficult for anyone else to thrive. Even though Quad and Toya have their own moments, the power still lies with the original group. If the show wants to evolve, at least 2 members of this alliance need to leave. Otherwise, the same patterns will keep repeating, and viewers will lose interest. Dr. Heavenly's live session highlighted a lot of the behind-the-scenes manipulation that happens on the show. From strategic alliances to planned attacks, it's clear that much of the drama is orchestrated. However, the problem is that fans are starting to see through it. The reunion trailer might have sparked excitement, but if next season follows the same formula, people will stop caring. The show needs a real shakeup, not just another round of recycled conflicts. In the end, Dr. Heavenly's reaction to the reunion trailer confirmed what many people already suspected. There is a lot of blame shifting happening. Instead of taking accountability, the cast members are pointing fingers at each other. But as long as they continue with the same behavior, the backlash will continue. The only way to truly move forward is for some of them to step aside and let new dynamics form. Until then,